First of all, I would like to explain to anybody that might see this that I've been bucking hay all day, and I'm a kind of an older guy, and then I've had a few beers, and so I'm just sort of cooling off. That's what this is. This is the blue ice pack. Along about 1967, I started smoking marijuana, and it just opened doors to me that I just didn't know were possible. And then I took some LSD, and all my ego dissolved completely. And as some people would say, I fell through the back door into heaven. It was such a relief, I laughed for so long. And I saw that I was Christ. I saw the Christ part of Clint. And I saw I had the answer to save the world. And it was just friends, being friends, being friends, being friends. And then I came down from that and got confused again because I was still a jealous, insecure, hung-up person. Totally confused about what to do.
Summer of '68. That was the year of the great piano drop in Duval, Country Joe and the Fish. Just lots of things, the Eagles Auditorium, you know, Canned Heat. Tonight I was truly really all one. It was at Canned Heat, the concert. Bum, bum, ba, bum, 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 ba, bum, bum. I looked around and everybody was me. And I'm going, oh my God, do they know? Do they know we're all one? It was so cool, you know, and I don't know, love and he just like the crowds just would part for him, you know. I would held onto his belt loop. We went through the crowds.
I just saw this guy that was the person I was looking for. It was like my big brother, somebody that was loving to me, was positive, and that night, I felt like I was 2 years old. And I was looking up at this guy, and I saw Jesus Christ in him. I didn't even believe in Jesus Christ. And then I went out and told my friends I met Jesus Christ, but of course I was into Maharishi at the time, so Jesus Christ wasn't that big a deal, you know. Love at that time was still searching for someone else to follow, someone else to do it, because he saw that we were one, and somebody had to stand up and draw the line.
He was definitely reading every book that he could about the truth, whatever was written. We always had the Bible.
I'm spending all his energy trying to get people to just come out of their shell and just be present and be one. We were just Clint and Rosemary and whatever, and Love said that his name was Love, my name was Faith, strength was strength, patience was patience, honesty was honesty, and hope was hope. And that's when the first names came down. Of course, I thought that was crazy. At that time, I'm going, oh no. And so immediately I started doubting.
The first year was was fairly quiet, and then more in the fall of 1969, more people started coming. That's when I think Charity came back from her trips, brought Imagination, Meekness and Obedience showed up together, Courage, Confidence, Serious.
I've been here a long time. I'm one of the long timers, and I first met the family through Eve Israel.
Through Eve Israel, she was an old friend of yours?
She was at a rainbow gathering, and she said Seattle's the place. Go there, it's a community.
She's Eve. I'm Eden.
Eve and Eden.
We go hand in hand. Hand in hand.
We do.
We do.
The very first time I ever saw Love was before I ever met him. I was meditating in my room, and all of a sudden, Jesus Christ appeared before me and then turned into Love, who I'd never even met.
I'll tell you the truth. I took LSD, okay? And the Bible says that the Spirit intercedes for us with groanings and travailings which cannot be uttered in words. And my spirit yearned for something to a degree beyond my ability to speak it. And somewhere in heaven and in reality, I rang a bell somewhere, and somebody said, "Here's the answer," and it boom, it came down like a ton of bricks. I realized what I did not know was that God was real. Then I saw that Jesus Christ was real. Then I saw that I was unreal because I was basically a selfishly motivated person who never did anything for anybody but me.
That's my partner! Yeah, Phil! Yeah!
We climbed it in just by starlight.
Throw this off
And
to the
yes,
side.
I know there were times in my life that I did do drugs, and some visions were from drugs, but not the majority. I mean, I abstained from drugs for 12 years without touching anything, and I still had dreams and visions. So I can't say that it's drug related. My first one I had when I was in 3rd grade.
He said, "Go to this place and learn to live with these people." That's a quote. And he said, "Heaven will spread over the earth from this place." And that's a quote. So I left. Immediately, I ran into 3 guys from the Love family who were just whacked. Their heads were in the bag. They were breathing all these fumes, and they were way out to lunch, you know. But yet, I had been told to go in that direction, so I followed them, and I went back to the hill.
I went and found him. I said, "You've got to take me up to see this man because I think I might have seen him in this vision the night before." And he brought me into the sanctuary, and they were having this big feast, and I was playing my auto harp and kind of meeting people. And then I went into this room, and there Love was sitting on this throne seat that he had on top of the table. And I kind of was blown away because this is a man that I'd seen in my vision the night before. And he says, "Hi, Joy, how are you?" And then in glory and simplicity and fun, we're all singing the most angelic music I'd ever heard in my life, and I was hooked.
Love was on. He was on all the time. There was 2 weeks, all he said was, "I am." He said nothing else. I thought, God, this is crazy. All he would say was, "I am, I am." Shout it real loud, he'd say it real quiet. There were weeks where we didn't say a word. Nobody said anything. Your friends would come up and visit, they go, "These guys are crazy," you know. But it was love, because love had the Spirit. He truly had the Spirit of God. And if you'd really connected with him, you saw, there was no denying it. There was no thinking about it. It wasn't hypnotism or anything like that. It was just real.